Join the Women Who Code Hackathon for Social Good 2023 and use your superpowers to create a solution for the social good. The hackathon offers an amazing and engaging learning experience for the Women Who Code community while we develop projects that promote social good.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're so excited to have you here today. I'm Lindsey Robertson. I am the Data Science Fellow here at Women Who Code.
And I am Hope Wilson. I am the Cloud Fellow here at Women Who Code.
Awesome. Well, we're just going to give it a few moments, but I'd love to know, and I know Hope would as well, where you are joining us from today and what social good causes you're most excited about.
Where are you joining us from, Lindsey?
I'm in the Bay Area myself, actually, kind of south of San Francisco. And how about you, Hope?
I am in Frankfurt, rainy Frankfurt.
Oh, sorry about the rain. Sometimes it can be nice, though. I guess it just depends.
So everyone, just feel free to just let us know where you're joining us from. We're super, super excited. There's been a massive turnout. I think we've all been really overwhelmed by how many people registered from around the world. I think it's over 600 registrations. So we're super, super excited about the hackathon this year. Okay,
Indeed.
wow.
Yeah. Definitely see a lot of activity in the comments here. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Linda, for sharing a bit about your background as well. Feel free to do that if you feel compelled.
We've got Berlin, Barcelona, Mexico, Turkey, Dubai, Texas, Chicago.
Wow.
It's a world fair.
Yes, great representation here. Super exciting.
Is anyone joining us from the wee hours of the morning by any chance? And kudos to you for staying up if you are. But yeah, let us know what social good causes in particular you're most excited about. If you already have a sense of what your hackathon project will be targeting, I'd love to hear a little bit about that as well.
Oh, wonderful. Hunger and malnutrition. That's fantastic. It's so exciting to see all the passion and interests come up here. This couldn't be for a better cause. This is definitely the way to do a hackathon.
Health and wellness, health equity. Amazing.
So exciting.
Let's see. Oh, yes, this will be recorded. It's going to be posted on our YouTube channel. So you can go to the Women Who Code YouTube channel on YouTube. And also, if you have any additional questions, you can also go to hackathon.womenwhocode.dev. And that should help address most of the questions that you'll have. Access to art and culture, yes. Mental health and well-being. What else? Disability rights, service animals, wonderful education. And how many of you are in teams, or how many folks are going to be working solo? There are quite a few daring participants as well that are taking on the hackathon solo.
Great question, Hope. I was curious about that myself. How many proactive people out there know their teams or are just ready to dive in?
Shout out to Catherine. Literacy, both childhood and adult. Yes. That's a personal passion of mine as well. Let's see.
I'm glad to see some sustainability and environmental considerations as well in some of these ideas.
Some of you are mentioning that you'd still love to join teams. Encourage you to join the Slack channel for the hackathon. There are lots of folks that are still mentioning their expertise or areas that they'd love to contribute and their interest in joining teams. So it's still possible.
Absolutely.
Slack. Oh, I love seeing how so many of you are so excited. I'm excited too. I'm always blown away by the turnout and just all the ideas that everyone generates in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive. And don't be shy on that Slack channel. Reach out, try to meet one another as well. Use it as a resource.
Yeah. Got lots of ed tech as well. So many ed tech. Wow, so many ed tech projects. That's super cool. I love that.
That's great. I think that'll tie in nicely to the workshop for tomorrow if you're interested on getting some perspective on how to turn your ideas into impact.
I believe I'm trying to find the channel for you to connect with others for the hackathon. There's the code-challenge community, and then there's also the hackathon-social-good channel on Slack. If anyone has those handy, please don't hesitate to paste those in the chat as well. But if you join the main Slack, you should find you'll be able to find out all of that pretty easily in the main page. Okay, yeah, and we just heard from Anna from Women Who Code, who's let us know that all the important links will be shared in the next presentation. So just hang tight. You'll find out everything that you need to know.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. We're definitely overwhelmed once more with all of your great ideas and your enthusiasm. And now we would love to go ahead and turn it over to Stephanie Rideout. She is here to present more information about the event and everything you'll need to know to get started.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lindsey and Hope. And welcome everyone to the Hackathon for Social Good 2023 opening ceremony. I am so excited. I've been looking forward to this for over a year since we had our last one. And I am just so excited to get move forward. So my name is Stephanie Rideout, and I am Digital Community Specialist here at Women Who Code. And just to share some of the other amazing team members, we also have Gracia Castaldi, our Director of Community, and our amazing team of leadership fellows, some of whom you've already met, including Hope, our leadership fellow for cloud, Lindsey for data science, Maria for emerging tech, Ophelia for front end, Vui for mobile, and Soumya for Python. So at Women Who Code, our mission is to empower diverse women to excel in technology careers. Our vision, a tech industry where diverse women and historically excluded people thrive at every level. At Women Who Code, we take our code of conduct very seriously. Women Who Code is an inclusive community dedicated to providing an empowering experience for everyone who participates in or supports our community. Our events are intended to inspire women to excel in technology careers, and anyone who is here for this purpose is welcome. We do not tolerate harassment of members of any form, and our code of conduct applies to all Women Who Code events, including this hackathon and our online communities such as our Slack. And you can read the full version at our website. So we have a very packed agenda for today. We're going to start off by talking about the hackathon, participation, important dates, a get ready checklist, project submissions, judging criteria, winner selections, and expectations. We'll hear a wonderful message from our amazing sponsor. We'll talk about upcoming sessions, and then we'll have a Q&A. So let's start by talking a little bit about the hackathon. So who's ready for your next coding challenge? I am personally so excited. Let me know, share all your excitement in the chat. I'm so excited to share about this hackathon. It is hosted by our technical track communities. And join the Women Who Code Hackathon for Social Good and use your superpowers to create a solution for the social good. The hackathon offers an amazing and engaging learning experience for the Women Who Code community while we develop projects that promote social good. So the Hackathon for Social Good 2023 is an opportunity to create and build something that impacts society. We want you to use your creativity to design a technical solution to meet a societal challenge of your choice. We envision the hackathon as a collaborative community learning experience where we are actively learning together and helping one another, whether we're working on the same project team or we're working on different ones. So let's talk a little bit about participation. So the hackathon is about more than code. It's about using your skills, creativity, and passion to drive positive change. Therefore, all technologists and skill levels are welcome. All levels of technical and non-technical experience are very welcome. So whether you're skilled in front end or project management, machine learning, data science, UX, UI, so on and so forth, you are welcome. This is the place for you. So all Women Who Code members who abide by our code of conduct are invited to participate in the hackathon. The hackathon is going to happen virtually. Therefore, everyone around the world is invited to participate, which is so amazing, so exciting. The program will be conducted in English. If you're working on a team that has various languages, you're welcome to work amongst yourselves in those languages, but the presentations for this will be in English. So some of your suggested social causes for the hackathon include animals, arts and culture, education, environment and sustainability, health and wellness, hunger and nutrition, poverty and human services, safety and crime rates, women empowerment. And we also have the option of selecting others. So if there's something that we missed and you're passionate about, there'll be an option to share a project based on that social cause. And here are our technical categories for the hackathon. So artificial intelligence and machine learning, cloud, data science, analysis and visualization, emerging technologies, such as like AR, VR, blockchain, Web3. There's so many different possibilities. Also hardware and robotics, mobile applications, Python, software, and web development. So most of you have probably submitted your participant registration form already. Here, it's at our website, hackathon.womenwhocode.dev. If you've already submitted it, you do not need to submit it again. We've received it. Even if you change your category or tech stack, we've received it. Thank you so much. So please, if you haven't already, submit the participant registration form to officially register to participate in the hackathon. And each individual participant should complete the form. So if a friend invited you to participate, you still need to complete the form as well. You can find the form, as I mentioned, at our website, hackathon.womenwhocode.dev, and click register now to participate for the complete list of directions and all of the links that you need. So some important dates. So right now we are in the get ready timeframe. So this is when we're forming our teams. You can start writing your challenge statements. And so this started on Monday, September 25th, when we announced the hackathon. And the goal is to be ready by Saturday, October 14th. The hackathon participation duration, which is when you will all be working on your hackathon projects, will take place from Saturday, October 14th to Sunday, October 22nd. Sorry, Sunday, October 22nd. And so the project deadline will be Sunday, October 22nd at 11:59 p.m. anywhere on Earth time. And we do have a list of time conversions later in this presentation that will be available to you to help you know what that time that is for you in your group. So we'll also have our top projects announcement on Tuesday, October 31st. And then we'll have project demonstrations of our top projects and a closing ceremony celebrating all of the winners and all of their participants on Saturday, November 4th. And this is kind of our fancy version of the schedule, which you'll see. So we have some exciting things coming up, including a workshop on Friday. We'll be talking more about some of these things as we move through today's session. So let's go through our get ready checklist. So make sure you join the general Women Who Code Slack community. I'm sure right now somebody is sharing that link in the comment section for me. Everyone who's here attending the session live, you're already registered on Hopin, so you will have access to all of the sessions, the recordings, our submission guidelines, networking, and so much more. You'll also want to decide whether you will participate in the hackathon as an individual or if you'd like to be participate as part of a team. If you are participating on a team, you'll want to find and join or create your team and then decide on team roles and responsibilities. It's everything from managing the project, keeping on schedule, who's going to be developing the code. You might have designers, you might have a variety of team members participating on this. And so you'll also want to select what social good cause you're going to be developing your project on, and then which technical categories you're going to use for your project. You'll also want to write your project's challenge statement and prepare all resources and tools that you need to complete your project. If you need to update any of your programs, download anything, if you need to update your GitHub, those sorts of things are all things that you can start doing right now before the hackathon. All right, so get ready communication. We do have several Slack channels in our general Women Who Code Slack community. We use our Hackathon Social Good channel to stay up to date on upcoming announcements, any events that we have. We might have some pop-up events and that sort of thing. Any team creation opportunities. I will be sharing about one that we're having tomorrow a little bit later, and anything else that helps you prepare and participate in the hackathon. And then we also have the Code Challenge community where you can introduce yourself, share all of your excitement about the hackathon, create or join a team. A lot of people are posting there already, looking for team members. So it's a really great place to go and meet a lot of people in the community. It's very, very active. So if you haven't gone over there yet, please do and enjoy your time. And also you can ask any questions in that channel that are not answered in the frequently asked questions on the website. And I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. So also a reminder, you register once and receive complete access to all hackathon session and opportunities on the Hopin platform. So it's everything from the opening ceremony today. We're going to have group and one-on-one networking opportunities, top projects announcement, participant project demonstrations, and the closing ceremony. So again, if you're attending this live, you're already here. If you're watching this on YouTube, just remember to register for Hopin, because that's where you're going to find all of the recordings of the different sessions, and you can ask questions, meet the community, and engage. And so the recording of this opening ceremony and all other sessions will be available on demand in the expo here on Hopin. So get ready. So team creation, very, very important. If you're creating a team, you can decide, as I mentioned, whether you want to participate as an individual or a team. The choice is up to you and how you want to experience the hackathon. There is no wrong choice. Whatever works for you and whatever you want from this experience is amazing. So the maximum team size is 5 people. And that includes the team lead. So each team, you should choose one person to serve as your team lead. That person will be responsible for submitting your final project and also communicating with the hackathon organizing team if your project is selected to present on Saturday, November 4th. And if you're an individual, you are the team lead as well. So let's talk about project submissions. So our project goal. Your project goal, here is your mission with this hackathon. Create a brand new project featuring a social good cause of your choice and using at least one of the provided technical categories. So it does need to be like a brand new project, but it can be based off of something you already have, as long as what you're creating for the hackathon is its own unique and stands well in terms of like what you're creating. And we can talk more about that. And if you have any questions, you can always message me on Slack and DM me if you have any concerns about whether something qualifies, and I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. So with your final submission, you're going to provide the following information. I will be providing a very thorough presentation deck with our submission guidelines that's going to break down all of these different things in really extensive detail, but I'll just give you an overview today. So your final submission, you're going to include a creative team name, have fun with it, your team lead and all member information. You'll include your project details, and you'll include a presentation that includes your written challenge statement and proposed solution, your brief either video or a visual slide presentation and a demonstration. You'll include a cover slide, a meet the team profile, a link to the code that you wrote to solve the challenge, and you'll post that on GitHub, and what you learned from the hackathon experience. We want this to be a really impactful learning experience for you all. So we want to know what you learned from this experience, and we really look forward to hearing all about that. So for your challenge statement, and as I mentioned, you can start preparing this now before we start coding our projects on Saturday. So you can prepare a written project challenge statement and some questions to consider when writing your challenge statement. What challenge is your project working to solve? How does your project submission contribute to solving it? How does the solution benefit and impact society, social good? And how do the chosen tech stacks, technologies, and/or models contribute to solving the challenge? So we recommend writing a really brief challenge statement, like 1 to 5 sentences. Keep it concise, but be descriptive. All right, so our deadlines, as I mentioned earlier, our final project submission deadline is Sunday, October 22nd, 11:59 p.m. anywhere in Earth time. And you can see there are a few time conversions here, for Pacific time, that is Monday at 4:59 a.m. I'm curious how many of you will be staying up really late submitting your projects. So you can see, like, India, that will be Monday at 5:29 p.m. So if you need additional time conversions that are not listed here, there are a lot of conversion apps that you can use to make sure that you know what time it is for your location. And you've probably noticed as well that the hackathon starting on October 14th, will include 2 full weekends with a full week in between. So you have about 9 or so days to develop your projects. All right, so the project submission form. So this is the form that you'll use to share all of those details. We're going to share that in the expo by this coming Tuesday, October 17th. So please reference the submission guidelines, which will be found in the expo, when developing your projects and filling out your project submission form. So we'll be very detailed in that. You'll want to make sure that you reference everything. And if you have any questions that are not listed, you can always reach out in the Code Challenge community channel on Slack. All right. Judging criteria. So the hackathon projects will be evaluated in the following criteria: social impact, creativity and innovation, technical execution, completeness, and presentation. And so I'll go through each one of those now. So for social impact, that's the level of impact the project would have on society. Creativity and innovation, what is the uniqueness of the idea and your approach to solving the challenge? Technical execution, what is the use of the chosen technical category, the chosen tech stack to solve the challenge? Completeness, is the code complete, and is there a working demo? Now, I will just stop for a moment and say, if you do your whole project and something is not working, there's an opportunity to let us know that. Please just submit your project anyway, but when you talk about what you learned from the project, if it's not fully functional or something's not complete, just share with us what that is. But we still want to see your project. Don't spend 9 days working 50 hours developing a project collectively across your team and don't submit it because at the end it doesn't work. Just tell us, hey, the code doesn't work. Yeah, you'll get a reduced score in terms of completeness, but we still want to see what you developed. And one of the top teams from last year's hackathon also, there were some things that didn't work or they weren't able because they ran into a challenge, but they submitted it anyway, and it was absolutely amazing. And so we really enjoyed seeing that. And then so the final judging criteria is presentation. So we're looking for a clearly written challenge statement with either a video or a slide presentation and a demonstration of sharing your project and what you learned from the hackathon experience. All right, we're getting there. Winners selection and expectations. So all participants who submit a project that meets the submission guidelines will receive a digital certificate. So we get this question a lot. I know a lot of you are really passionate about your certificates. So as long as your project meets the submission guidelines that we have, you will receive a digital certificate for participating in the hackathon. As I mentioned, please be sure to reference those guidelines in the expo to reference all required criteria. The top projects will be announced on Tuesday, October 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern. So if your project is selected as one of those top ones, you will be invited to present your project at Project Demo Day on Saturday, November 4th. So team leads will be notified by email with directions for preparing for your presentation. And also, it's important to note that at least one team member will be required to present your project at Project Demo Day in order to qualify for a top finishing spot. So if you're located all around the world, but half your team can be there, the other half is asleep, that's totally okay. Those who are available can definitely continue to present. And if you have any challenge with that and you're selected, you can just let the organizing team know and we will talk through that with you. But you do need to be present in order to qualify for a top finishing spot in the hackathon. And so the top winners, the final ranking, everything that will be announced at the closing ceremony also on Saturday, November 4th, after all of the project demonstrations have concluded. All right, so now we are going to share a message from our amazing sponsor. So thank you so much to our amazing sponsor, Passage by 1Password. And we are so excited because Passage by 1Password has decided to sponsor an exciting hackathon challenge that you can apply to your hackathon project. So this is an optional challenge. It's in addition to your project. So if you want to add it to your project, the winners will receive really, really amazing prizes. So without further ado, they have shared a video with us. And so we are going to play that now, and then I'll be back on the other side. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Burles. I am a senior software engineer at Passage by 1Password, and I'm here today to introduce the Passage Hackathon Challenge. A little bit about Passage by 1Password. We are a standalone passwordless authentication service. With just a few lines of code, we give developers the ability to implement a secure authentication system using passkeys and other forms of multi-factor authentication, including magic links and one-time codes. A little bit about how this works. We have what we call passage elements. So our passage elements are, like you can see here with this passage auth tag. It gives you the ability to, within any modern front-end framework, Vue, React, Angular, you can use this passage auth tag and actually embed into your code in authentication form for logging in and registration. We also support this across profile as well, and there is a complete UI UX for all of our elements, so you would drop this in and very easily have a clean and crisp login and registration ready to go for your users. And then within our dashboard, you have the ability to manage your users and also change the CSS of these passage elements. So it's super quick. As you can see, here are the 2 lines of code, the script being our CDN, and then the passage auth element. All you have to do is enter in your passage app ID that you would find on our console. So now onto the fun stuff, the actual challenge. We will be sponsoring 2 prizes for our challenge. 1 for the best implementation of package, and 2 for most valuable feedback. So to dig into these a little bit more, the best implementation of package, you enter just by building passage authentication into your hackathon project. Bonus points will be awarded for creating a multi-platform app or service, or then extending passage onto other really popular tools in use. When you go to submit your project, on the form, all you have to do is indicate, yes, I would like to be considered for passage best implementation of passage challenge, and the winning team will be awarded $1,750. For our second prize, most valuable feedback. Towards the end of the hackathon, we will be providing you with a survey link to share with us your experience using Passage throughout the hackathon. And the person who gives us the most thought out, honest, constructive feedback has the ability to win $250 just by filling out, honestly, a survey. We are developer-led, and we very, very much care about our feedback, and we want to hear back. It's very, very important to us. So throughout this hackathon, you will have resources available to you. We will be providing starter repos. So there is a React boilerplate and a Python boilerplate. And our goal here is really just to make it as easy as possible for you guys to get up and running using Passage within your projects. Passage is already built into those boilerplate repos. So all you have to do is clone it down from our community page and get working in either React or Python. You do not have to use the boilerplates in order to be considered, and you do not have to work in either React or Python. Any implementation of Passage is enough to enter the challenge. For the GitHub and docs, we then have our Passage identity page. You'll see example repos and SDKs across a number of different languages. And then our docs can help walk you through how to implement any of those products, any of those repos into your products. For Slack, you can reach out to me directly at Vanessa Burrows on the Women Who Code Slack. I'll be available at any point in time during the challenge to answer questions that you have related to Passage and your Passage implementation during your project. For Discord, we also have a Passage community Discord. During and beyond the hackathon, feel free to join our Discord, ask questions, check out our forum. The team is available at any time to answer questions related to Passage and Passage implementation. And then at the start of the competition, I will also be providing a workshop to walk through Passage implementation, explain a little bit more about passkeys, this like fun new world that we're in terms of being passwordless. So definitely please come join. I hope everyone has a really fun time building out their projects, and I wish everyone best of luck. I can't wait to kind of check everything out. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Yeah, that sounds so exciting. So I definitely encourage you to participate in that challenge as part of your hackathon and hackathon experience. And just so very excited about Passage by 1Password and what they are sharing with us for that challenge. So let's just chat through some upcoming sessions that we have. So we'll have a brief session tomorrow at 11 a.m. Talking about the Passage by 1Password Hackathon Challenge, which will be followed by an interactive team creation networking event here on Hopin. So if you are still looking to build your team, join a team, that is the event to attend. We'll be going for about 30 minutes. I'll be sharing some guided activities, and we're going to do like breakout rooms. You'll be sharing in the chat, all of those different things. So if you are still in need of a team tomorrow and you are available, please make every effort to attend that networking session. And if you can't, you can continue sharing about yourself, what social good causes you're passionate about, what technical stacks you would like to contribute to a team, or if you're looking for a team member based on something, you can continue sharing those things in the Slack community, Code Challenge community channel as well. We also have tomorrow our very exciting From Idea to Impact Women Who Code workshop, where it's going to go through a variety of different things that are very, very important for your hackathon project. I know for many of you, this is your first hackathon. And so if this is your first hackathon, I definitely recommend that you attend that session or catch the recording later if you're unavailable to attend live. And that's going to be led by our amazing leadership fellows, Lindsey and Maria. And so I am very much looking forward to that session tomorrow. We are also going to have a Passage by 1Password workshop on Monday, October 16th. at 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you have questions about how to use this product with your hackathon project, that is going to be covered then. So again, please make every effort to attend if you are available to do so, or catch the recording afterwards. And then, as I mentioned before, we'll have our top projects announcement on Tuesday, October 31st at 12 p.m. So just a few reminders, attend our sessions tomorrow and next week. Decide if you want to participate in the hackathon as an individual or as part of a team. And if you're joining as a team, make sure to connect with others during either the networking session on Hopin and or the Slack community, Code Challenge community channel. And start developing your projects on Saturday, October 14th. And that's whatever time it is for you or the first member of your team when it's Saturday, October 14th, local time or anywhere on Earth time, you can start developing your projects. So amazing. All right. So what is next? Okay. So our next thing is Q&A. So I'm going to go through and look through some of the questions. And also Maria, our emerging tech leadership fellow, is going to join me as we go through. So
hi, Stephanie. Super happy to be here. And I really can't wait to see all the exciting projects that everyone is going to build. I think this will be like an amazing hackathon, and I really, really look forward to it. Oh, there are quite a lot of questions in the chat at the moment. Laura Garcia Guerra is asking, is there a place online to reference the required criteria? Does anyone have the link to this? So where can they find more information about the criteria for the judging?
Yes, absolutely. So the best place to find this is I will be creating and adding in the Hopin Expo a submission guidelines booth, and I'll be putting slides there with very extensive and detailed information about what is required. So I'll go a lot more into depth on the presentation and all the different expectations. And so you can look for that probably by tomorrow. And I'll be happy to get that over.
That's fantastic. Please do check out these documents, since it will have all the important information, everything you need to go through this hackathon and also win, because I think all the criteria is going to be there, and all the rules that you need to know. Oh, we have another question from Sarah. Will we get the passage slides in our emails or shared in the Slack? So how can people find the slides about the passage and how they can use it?
Absolutely. So the slides that were shared in the video from Vanessa are currently in the expo. And so there's a Passage by 1Password expo booth. So you can go check that out right after this opening ceremony and scan through the slides and spend some time going to the website and looking at the amazing product.
That's amazing. I think it will be beneficial for everyone who need a login into their mobile app or their website to check out Passage and how they can use it. And I think you mentioned that there's another workshop on Passage in the following days that participants can watch, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Great. Really looking forward to it. There's so many questions still in the chat.
Yeah, I'm going through right now.
Okay, so Anna is asking again about the Passage and the password challenge. Do we need to register again for the 1Password challenge?
Yes, so you don't need to register. You don't need to submit another participant registration form. So when you are completing your project submission form by the October 22nd deadline, there will be a checkbox in that form for you to submit to the 1Password challenge if you chose to do so. So there'll just be a question saying, hi, do you want to submit to the 1Password challenge? You'll check that off and we'll make sure that your information, your project is shared with the team to evaluate your project and choose a winner. There will also be a separate survey that we'll be sending out afterwards for the second part with the survey responses, and that one will be sent via email after, or towards the end, I should say, of the hackathon. So if you selected that you would like to participate in the challenge, everyone who participated will also receive the survey.
Sounds good. I think if anyone still has questions about this, you can ask Stephanie or in the general in the Slack. And we have more questions. Elan is asking, what is the best way to communicate with your new teammates? Is it possible to create private group chats in the Slack?
Yeah, so there are many different things that you can do to communicate with your teammates. I'm personally a very big fan of Slack. So if you wanted to create a group DM or like that sort of thing, you can definitely create that chat and interact with your teammates. You can also meet via Zoom or Google Meet. There's actually also a functionality in Hopin where you can schedule meetings with your team, and we'll be sharing more about that tomorrow during the networking session. So if you're available to join that session won't be recorded, but you can schedule meetings and whatnot and meet with your team through the Hopin platform as well. So we have that functionality for you. But you can pretty much choose whatever method works best for you and your team. Sometimes teams like to use other apps and that sort of thing. So, whatever works for you and your team best.
Amazing. There's so many ways of communication available. Choose what works best for you and for your team. Daphne's asking, can we see the top project from last year's hackathon? I think everyone wants to see who were the winners last year and maybe get some inspiration or check out what projects can be potential winners.
Yes, absolutely. So there's a couple of places you can go. One of them is womenwhocode.com/hackathon-social-good-2022. And all of the events that we had last year are available on at that link. The other place you can find it is if you go to our YouTube channel. All of the videos that we had from last year are in a playlist, and there's a Hackathon 2022 playlist there. It is important to note that last year the technical stacks were not as broad, and so you'll probably see most of the projects are like data science, Python, machine learning. So if you're looking for a lot of them did do web development based on Python or built off of Python. But just so you know, when you go through it, there's a lot more broader technical categories available for this year for the hackathon. So I know there's a lot of web development folks here in the community, and so very, very excited to have you all here.
Great question, Daphne. Thank you for asking that. And also, let's not forget about the Passage Challenge. So you do have an additional technology that you can incorporate in your projects.
There's also a question. I don't want to necessarily share because I don't know if the person feels comfortable necessarily having it shared, but someone's asking because they're a guy and they're wondering if they can participate in the Hackathon for Social Good. And I just want to say everyone, literally everyone is welcome to participate in the hackathon. Literally everyone. It's not exclusive based on gender or any other criteria at all. You are very welcome, and we are very happy that you are here participating. So thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. I mean, all our Women Who Code events are inclusive, and everyone who wants to support Women Who Code and supports the mission of Women Who Code is free to attend and participate in the events. We have an interesting question from Eda. So, are there any opportunities in this hackathon for entry-level developers? What do you think, Stephanie?
Yeah, so I want to say yes, absolutely. So this is open to all skill levels, absolutely all skill levels that are available. So if you are nervous about your skill level, maybe just be honest with your team and just say, like, here are the things that I'm comfortable with, here are the things I'm still learning, and also just express a willingness to learn some new things for the hackathon. My first hackathon that I participated in was like a blockchain one, and I went into it knowing like literally nothing about blockchain at all. Like I did not know a single thing about blockchain, but I went into the hackathon, and I went into it kind of focused more around like serving as like the team manager. Like I built the team, I helped keep everyone on schedule, and like in what are all the roles and that sort of thing. And I put a lot of time into this hackathon, and we had some very skilled developers who are able to the challenges that were like way above me. And we ended up finishing that hackathon in 4th place. And that was my very first hackathon. And so, like you just never know. So I would just go forward, be excited, contribute, is however you feel comfortable contributing, and it will be an amazing time. Maria, did you want to add anything because we have a lot of first-time hackathon participants and a lot of people who are kind of, entry-level developers. Do you have any thoughts as well?
Yeah, hackathons are the best way to learn new things and experiment with new technologies. And also it's a very safe space to collaborate with other people, exchange knowledge, learn new tools. So I absolutely recommend building something, even if it's your first time, even if it's from scratch. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Hackathon is not about perfect solutions. It's about building a small prototype or initiating your idea into a bigger product, a later product. For me, attending my first hackathon as a student was a unique experience. It gave me the opportunity to meet so many similar-minded people and learn a few new things that the universities doesn't usually teach you. So absolutely don't be discouraged. Use this as an opportunity to learn and build your projects and collaborate with people. Yeah, that's all. But definitely try it out. And I'm really looking forward to see all the great ideas and all the hacks that are going to be built during this hackathon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Maria. And someone also asked a question about being given a set of social challenges to select from and work on. I did intend originally, I believe I did tell you that I would be sharing some ideas in this presentation. However, the workshop tomorrow, they're going to be covering a lot of ideas of different things that you can be doing. And I can also be sure to pull a copy of that list. I think I just forgot to include that slide in here because it was somewhere else previously, but I will definitely be sure to get that information to you. So thank you so much for reminding me. But yeah, so every team is going to decide which social good cause they want to do and how they want to solve it technically. And so it's totally up to you to create that challenge. And we don't want to limit you because we want you to be creative. So all the ideas that we share with you are in fact ideas. And so these are just some things to get, the brain wheels turning and that sort of thing, but you are definitely not limited by those ideas. And I wanted to share this question. This might be the last question for today.
Okay, so Kanika is asking, is it okay to submit as individuals and as a team too? I mean, can we submit more than one project? Or are there any differences in the final decisions and winners of the individual or the team projects? What do you think, Stephanie?
Yes. Yeah, so that's a really great question. So technically, you can submit one project as an individual and one project as a team. But having done a hackathon with a team before, that took up the entire duration. So you have 9 days to do it. So if you feel that you can do an individual project and a group project, technically you can. It's not like you'll be penalized for that or anything like that. But I would just definitely be mindful of like your time and just how much a team experience hackathon could actually realistically take, because people are asking questions and you're trying to make decisions as a team, and there's a lot of discussions that are going on, and that sort of thing. So I would just be mindful of that. But in terms of like how they're being judged, all projects are going to be judged exactly the same, whether it's an individual project or a team project. So it's about what you're sharing at the end and what you're submitting at the end, that we're looking at and evaluating. So, you know, it's however you want the hackathon experience to be, but I personally would probably just choose one or the other based on what experience I would prefer to have from this hackathon. Maria, did you want to add anything?
No, I think it's clear, isn't it? Maybe we need to elaborate a bit on the themes. So any idea that solves a social good issue, it's valid, right? So think of an issue that is close to your heart, maybe, or you think that people really need it. And propose it as an idea and get to develop something in the hackathon. And also, let's mention that tomorrow in the workshop with Lindsey, we will also go through the winners from last year and also share some challenges or potential ideas that you can work on.
Fantastic. I'm very excited for that workshop tomorrow. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Lindsey and Maria are going to be so amazing. There's going to be a lot of valuable content there. So we definitely look forward to having you all join us again tomorrow. And we'll have our group networking and we will have our workshop, and very, very excited. So thank you very much, Maria, for joining me on stage. All right. So thanks everyone so much for joining today's session. And I'm very, very excited about seeing all of your projects at the end on October 23rd. I cannot wait to see all of your projects when I turn on my computer that Monday morning. I know you're all going to have amazing experience, and you know, you can always reach out. So again, thank you so much for your time, and enjoy your time here at the Hackathon for Social Good 2023. Thanks, everyone. Bye.